folks, welcome back to camp life, where I'm hoping to take a break from camp life at some point soon and move into our beautiful custom home that we're building in Northeast Washington. This week really has been a lot of up and downs for us, and I'll share some of that in this video. We're getting down to the final, hopefully 3-4 weeks, hopefully 3 weeks. So, we're trying to get the subcontractors in here, working with our general contractor, and it seems like, you'll hear somebody showing up and then they don't show up, or something happens or some delay. And we just feel like every day that somebody doesn't come puts you another day at the other end, longer and longer before we can get into the house. So we're just a little frustrated at times. It's just been over a year now since the foundation was poured. So we're just anxious. So you'll hear, again, some of the ups and some of the downs that have happened this week. So it looks like we have some new doors for our house. Well, these are temporary doors. So I pass through here. The painters have been back. They took off all of the exterior and interior doors, and they have masked things off so that they can spray all the trim, all the moldings around the windows and doors and baseboards. And the doors, I believe, I'm gonna take my shoes off. So we're trying to keep the floor clean as much as possible. Yeah, everything, I haven't been in here, so I've kind of seen this for the first time. So they're masking, not everything, but a lot. Here's 2 more doors. You can see they've taken off. So for now, they just have drops until that is painted and they bring the doors back in. Let's go see in the basement. I know they were prepping the doors so they'd be ready to take them out and spray them. Yeah, so they've got the doors stacked up here. They've primered, these were the doors that were up in the loft. So it looks like they primered those. Here's our front door. And
drying.
The beautiful black doors are all drying. They look so glossy.
Yeah, those are.
Very pretty.
That black whatever, that's really gloss.
Yeah.
This is the same satin that was on your trim.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it won't be as glossy. It's still bright.
Yeah, it looks like you could see your reflection in these.
Oh yeah.
Like a mirror.
Yeah,
They're up on the
glossy.
Up on the 5-gallon bucket system. Here. So they're up off the ground.
It's a hillbilly system.
It works. That's all that counts, right?
here, it might cake up.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here.
So the painters got busy on the doors today. I wanted to show, they were going to do this outside, but they, sorry, there's a smoke alarm that's beeping. They opted to do it inside because it was just too cold. So they just kind of utilized our basement that's unfinished and set up all our interior doors and got them painted. This color is the Sherwin-Williams High Reflective White. And in this room, we've got another one of the interior doors, and that is part of our front door. They painted some of it in place because it has the transoms with the windows on the sides, and then this one with a 3/4 window, which they just currently have masked off in order to paint it. And then our black doors that we looked at earlier, these are the other 3 external doors. They were super shiny, obviously because they had just sprayed them, and now they're more of a dull black as they've dried. And then I think our bedroom door, which has a lot of glass, has that opaque glass, is in here drying as well. So I don't think they've done the underside. I think in the morning they'll be flipping all these over and painting the other sides, and then hopefully getting them hung back up, or at least the external doors, they'll hang back up instead of having these drop cloths before the end of the day tomorrow. As I work my way out, I see a lot of masking here everywhere. So the painters will be back tomorrow, and maybe we can get the painting on the interior hopefully finished up. They did spray in this room, so we can see around the window and the baseboards. So I think they were trying it out in here. Hi, so this is day 3 or 4 of the painters being here, doing the trim on the interior, as well as all the interior doors and exterior doors. You see one behind me. So let's take a look. So here's our door. You can see it's black, which is what we wanted to go with our window frames. And just, you know, it's a big accent color for us. I do see some issues, so hopefully, I mean, they just hung these back up today, but I'm hoping they're coming to do planning some touch-ups still, because you can see some white showing through. But let's go in. So they've been working on the trim in here. I think where they still have the protection masking is where they still have some more coats to go. And we can also now see the inside of the door, which is white. So all the internal trim, the baseboards around the windows and around the doors, as well as the doors, are all white. So Here's another, or a interior door that's been painted. The doors were all sprayed, I think with one exception being our pocket door. But then most of the trim was painted. Let me turn on the light. And just in all honesty, and I don't know if it comes across very well here, but we really wanted the trim spray painted, not brushed, because you see the brush marks and it just doesn't look as, I'll call it high end, you know, it doesn't look as nice. We really like homes that we've seen where it's sprayed on and not hand brushed. So at first they were spraying, and then there were some issues with their equipment. So here we are. This might be a clearer example where you can see maybe with the light coming in the window, that you see the brush marks. And so it's just in here where there's more paint globbed on an edge. It's just a little disappointing when we really wanted a clean, sprayed on look. Here in the main part of the house, they haven't put the exterior door yet on the front, so we'll wait to show that later. And I still see some masking, so although they may have done one coat, not sure how many coats they're brushing on. Now I can see where some of this is not dry, so they were probably working on this at the end of the day. And then looks like they're at least started on the upper window trim. Just sharing that it's not always a rosy, happy picture. And it seems like getting down to these ending steps, there's still a lot to be done in the house. It's starting to weigh on us, and we really want to be in the house before winter sets in, and we really are starting to feel the cold in the morning and the evenings, and just want to be in our new beautiful house. So hopefully we can get the remaining subcontractors in to finish out the house, and then get okayed. There's a certificate of occupancy that's required, so we can get that. So anyway, that is the update on the painting for today. There's one more day, it's Thursday, so I'll provide any updates for tomorrow. So an obvious question you may have is, what do we have remaining to do in the house? I don't have my list in front of me, so we'll see if I can remember everything. And I'll put up on the screen if I forget something. But we have HVAC that is still, they got a good percentage of the way, but we're expecting them to come back and actually get the furnace and things hooked up. Still a few things remain to be done. Plumber needs to come back. We have a gentleman coming to work on our stairwell. We have countertops to be delivered and installed. We have electrical that needs to come back. For some reason, breakers keep popping when we try to use them. I was trying to vacuum this past weekend and a breaker popped. That may have been part of the trouble with the painter's paint gun, is he popped a breaker and then he couldn't get his equipment to work very well after that. Not blaming the electrician, but I just don't think things are completed. So hopefully having them back, we can resolve some of those issues. Who am I forgetting? I forgot the tile work. So we have our bathroom upstairs is going to be the tile in this whole big walk-in shower, and the whole floor in there is getting tiled. I believe that work is going to start tomorrow. We'll see. So if so, I'll maybe get some video of that. And then we have, once the counters are in, we have a tile backsplash going up in the kitchen, and the downstairs bathroom needs tile around the bathtub. So I think that's the major stuff. I mean, there's lots of still other little odds and ends that the general contractor will be doing, but I think that's all the major subcontractors we're expecting. Two good things that have happened this week is on Friday, they started the Stair Project, and the Tile Project is also starting. So you can see our stairs are just plywood currently, and we have the start here. I think this is like a anchor piece for the railing that's going to go up. So our guy was here and started cutting the railings and getting those ready to install. So that will really dress this up. He's also doing the floor I've mentioned previously in wood and staining it, and the stairs, including the landing. In the upstairs bedroom, you see they still have one of the doors. Maybe they're just going to leave that off because the tile work is getting started. So this is our floor tile. It looks like there's some dust on there. There, that one looks better. So you can see the colors are kind of gray and, you know, multi-toned. It's got a bit of a texture, and it's got some veins of color that I really like. So that will look great with the wall color coming from the bedroom into this bathroom. The tile installers can see how professional these guys are. They've cordoned off an area in our master bedroom close to the bathroom where they've erected this plastic and put it on the floor, and then they've got their tile cutter and all the product here. Another positive thing that happened this week is the stickers that have been on the windows have finally come off. So now we can see outside all the way through to our lovely view. Our front door has a lot of the stickers off now as well. I'm going to see if I can use some fingernail polish remover and get off some of the rest of the residue that was left behind on some of the stickers. other kind of annoying thing this week was these stupid bugs. They had the doors off for a few days so they could dry, and all these, they call them stink bugs over here. They're a different kind of stink bug than what's on the west side of the state, but they're just all over. Oh, here's one that's alive. Get a load of this guy. And they call them stink bugs because if you squeeze them, you know, you get a paper towel or something and you squeeze them, as you try and get rid of them, they give off a bad stink. It's like a dinosaur.